been a long time since the last update, and it's been a long time that I'm using non-native language. For those viewers who are still watching, are not familiar with Mandarin as Chinese, so this one's for you guys. Recently I'm struggling very hard is because Lalo doesn't get new level, does not get any new level since Town Hall 17 been released. Needless to say, Lalo has not been meta for a long time. Not even in maybe in Town Hall 16, but still most people plays other army instead of Lalo. So I got some clips during clan war. It's middle of a clan war. I like to show you guys what's the struggle. So basically all the mentor, all the inspiration drives me push on with Zap Lalo. They basically stop what they're doing and move on to other method. We all know it has gone into a stall with or without new level. Maybe it'll come back even stronger when Town Hall 18 released. There definitely will be new level. I will be looking forward. I'm very eager to see the official releasing new level. I'm looking forward to it. But now we gotta endure. Thankfully Hog Riders got new level. So right now we'll stick to that. And lately been introduced from a fellow of my teammate, and also some of the major influence of who's playing this game has been praising of Yeti bomb, clone Yeti. So I've given it a try. It's no joke. It is one of the, it can be some major influence. It can turn this tide around. Now my first impression didn't strike me as a effective approach, because you have no spell afterward. All the spell you're looking right now, they are all invested in the opening game. What I was trying to say, the first impression of this type of approach, such as Super Archer Blimp, all these heavy investment in the opening of every attack. Super Archer Blimp deals with specific type of base, like high density core, and there's not a lot of that. You can say it's a better version of a Super Archer Blimp because it saves you from releasing your own siege machine. Here's the kick. After the opening, you still got your siege machine. This is what's strong. This is how strong this type of attack. It does not need recommendation. You all seen it throughout the internet. I give it a try. 10 out of 10. It's legit. It got some tricks here and there. It needs somewhat experience, including how to read a base, But other than that, you get no risk of triggering tornado trap, or your blimp falls short if you're using blimp. If you're using more than blimp, you still jump into tornado trap. The new town hall really sets me back because I heavily rely on skellydonut and all sorts of weird strategy. I'm not the mainstream meta player, and it really sets me back because of this scorching effect. It kills all skeleton, skellydonut, bad donut, kills everything. It still work, but the chances are getting smaller. Yeti mites, on the other hand, they are more tanky than bats and skeleton. You'll be amazed I can even take down town hall with Yeti mite. Like I said, it needs no introduction how powerful it is. Let's look at the failed attempt. The main reason is to fail, mostly because the opening. You fail to clone the mite, or you run into a Tesla farm that instant vaporize your Yeti. You can see it is a Town Hall 15 Yeti. I still have not unlocked top level because mostly for funnel or tanking for flame flinger, but I do my funnel work mostly with baby dragon. For me, Yeti is kind of sidekick, so I don't prioritize upgrading Yeti, but I will reconsider. Not if you running into spring trap and fail to clone your Yeti mite, otherwise there's nothing can stop this attack. So watch closely how I place my invis spell. Okay, like I said, spring trap is one major weakness for this type of approach. So you can test it with giant. It'll be fine. But how to prevent this? The third and fourth clone spell didn't catch up. It didn't catch any Yeti mite. The first, second, yes, but maybe I should look into this. I should be aware of this high splash damage to avoid this twin multi-infernal. It kills your Yeti mite. And yes, it has weakness. You have to aim for scattershot, because scattershot is I'm playing Hog Rider, so definitely prioritizing taking out scattershot. But if you try to take out 2 scattershot at the same time, you have a risk of getting wiped out. Having both scattershot firing at the same time, it has high possibility you get no value. And needless to say, 2 multi-infernal at the same time. Somewhat vulnerable, but what's surprising me is the splash damage coming from the motor strike can't do anything about Yeti mite. Such deadly splash damage weapon with. So I'm trying to take out these tight areas. This is too far. I wouldn't even think of reaching in the town hall. I might as well just grab what I can. It's big enough of a value. So what happened is that only with the support coming from the flank alongside with town hall itself can wipe out Yeti might. And this is why I failed to take down two of these major targets. You can see how endurable these Yeti mites are. Town hall itself is already a deadly splash damage defense, but what's surprising me is by itself it really couldn't do much towards Yeti mite, even though it's a deadly splash damage weapon. But after a day of experience coming from farming and friendly challenge, I find it is not as vulnerable as you expected when it comes to Yeti mites. Okay, this base is not fully maxed out, so it's easy. It's a bully. I'm bullying this layout. So I'm saving my siege machine. So I'm the equipment I use is life gem. If you're having a higher health pool like Super Hawk Rider, you can use a heal gem, healing tome, but life gem is my go-to. I tested out the difference, powerful, which is more effective. The result, even with Super Hawk, I find life gem is more suitable for me, because I don't swarm, I don't deploy all my hogs at once. You can see I put in wave upon wave. I don't stack it up because the damage is already top off. Yeah, you see. So what I'm aiming for is the distant. I'm going for the distant. So it's another rushed base. It should go down easily. And I accidentally clone Yeti itself. But if the follow-up, if the rest of the clone, you steer away from itself, the Yeti itself, and aiming for the mite, you'll be fine, even though you missed clone with your first clone spell. How it actually works is effectiveness. You have your reach effectiveness, and towards the end of the reach is your goal, because the first part is somewhat like a traveling distance. You don't actually do any work. You're aiming for the value in the core. So you can see how I almost stacked up my clone spell towards the end, but I cannot do that. If you reach out too thin with your clone spell placement, you're caught up falling short, like the first clip, the first replay. If you place it like that, the higher risk of not catching any mite. This is what I'm trying to explain, and it is familiar to the bug that was introduced weeks ago, so-called Super Yeti mite. it's somewhat familiar. But what's strong about this approach, it saves you one siege machine, carries you on for a furthermore distance, carries you on for another distance. And after the Super Yeti might was released, the first thought is, what can I do after the patches, after the Super Yeti got erased from the earth? Will the standard Yeti doing the same trick? At first, I think not. But this proves otherwise, because it's focusing on delivering these Yeti from a blimp, and that just sets you back so much, because I've mentioned 100 times already, blimp is the last option, purely a transportation. It's not a battling siege machine. The rest of the siege machine does actual work beside troop launcher and siege barracks, but they both shine pretty well because they gave you extra capacity, 2 extra P.E.K.K.A and a whole lot of giant wizards and so on. But blimp is the worst siege machine if you're not approaching it with a certain type of strategy, like super archer blimp, super wizard blimp, super minion blimp. These are the foundation of blimp strategy. Or you can just simply do a cheap Yeti bomb with a blimp. But after you save up a siege machine, you can see how much of a potential it does. I'm just gonna speed through this because this is a rushed base. Look at this zombie. This is horrendous. It just won't die. This is horrendous. Please die. Now, the Hawks was freshly upgraded, test out its full potential alongside with Town Hall 15 Yeti. It's kind of a bit troll, but I'll manage. I was aiming for the shortest distance, but my Yeti wanders off. So the first 2 clone is pretty much wasted. The purpose of these 2 clone were not doing actual damage. They are purely transportation. Transport these Yeti mine towards here. So if you can use the shortest distance, you get a better result. Hope you guys understand. And this is not the main reason I fail. It comes to how I sui afterwards. So here's what I follow up with sui, and this is how it turns out. I was trying to pinch my king from here and not risking it to wanders off, but my queen's is in critical condition, so I rushed in instead of having my titans, and as you can see, non-upgraded titan, left me no choice. I have no poison spell. I must have either Valkyrie or Titan in my inventory, or otherwise, if you're running into witches, you'll wish you'll never born. So a Titan is a Titan, whether it's a level top, a level, a fully upgraded Titan, or level 1 Titan. I must have a Titan. Instead of having a Titan to go for the rescue, I was panicking, so I sent in my king, and the worst scenario happens. Yeah, it was I'm the only one to blame. Yeah, so the strength got stretched out, and my queen couldn't do it alone. Yep, that's how it ends. This could be majorly potential. So I improved with one giant, try to pull any potential spring trap. Now, again, stall. I could possibly clear out all these trash building and having wall break for my yeti to have him push even deeper before I start to clone. This could majorly affect. This could improve the all in all opening, such the opening of this approach. Maybe I'll do it in the next clip, but I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still testing. It is new for me, so you can see it is not well-rounded. The yeti, like the last one, wanders off again, and we all familiar. Under attack coming from these defense is the way of triggering yeti to deploying yeti mites. So all these short range defense couldn't reach the yeti. Turns out the whole attack was delayed 30 seconds because I couldn't drop any yeti. Just please drop me a yeti, please. There's two. I was afraid of catching no yeti mite with my clone spell, so I waited until some major defense is firing upon my yeti. That is the king. Well, lesson to be learned. Next time, I really got a wall break for my yeti, having him doing a little funnel. Again, it costs you plenty of troop. We gotta put that in mind, avoiding this situation. Now I start to clone. Yeah, you see the distance? The corner distance is further. So the first two the first two clone spell is pretty much a waste. Yeah, only the third and the last clone spell is doing the actual work. It's a shame. If I started from here, I get a shorter distance. And having more yeti mites doing the actual work It's so powerful even though you don't have any spell to carry you on. I'm amazed how it actually worked even though there's no spell afterward. Look how this dragon baby works. It goes all the way. Great job. Failed to siege the town hall, but it's okay. Look how powerful it is. It's supposed to be a fail because my king and queen and the log launcher didn't reach the town hall. But what goes up, what comes down. Yeah. Here I was bullying town hall 16. I couldn't resist. It was so much loot. I gotta hit it. I gotta tap it. Now, waited because I was waiting for this giant to die. Preventing from cloning this giant. I don't know if I can clone this giant. So I waited and I waited and I waited and waited. Yes, by all means, pick up that trash building. I don't care. Now that's what I call a proper Yeti bomb. With 29 actual damage. I delayed my Titan because it's important. I don't want her to walk in the front line. I want her to catch any possible CC troop. So I delayed it. She's not categorized as a tank. Because of this approach, I will definitely start leveling up my Titan, or otherwise there's no use for me for my type of strategies. Let's look back to the past couple days of disaster. I was supposed to do a zap lalo and having the wrong setup. That was tragic. So I have the exact layout before I jump into an actual attack. Then I find out that I'm having the wrong setup. It was such a bummer. So I supposed to zap out this area. Flame flinger this section. Having my hero charge, aiming for the town hall. Funnel this section. Having my lalo work the rest of the area. And there's my critical frozen spell. There it goes. Wasted. Yeah, my teammate was on the radio and they say you can recall your royal champion if she's under attack, if she under critical condition. I was like, okay, sure. What's the use? Still couldn't finish it off. And the second day was another disaster. I just couldn't push through. It always falls short with this attack. I'm not that good, you know. I'm not really that good. So I was struggling a lot. Then I'm moving on to dragon attack. Another zap. So I just basically swapped out my Lalo, moving on to Dragon, but still falls short. I do Dragon attack because of these multi-inferno, since Lalo is really suffer under multi-inferno. So I swap it. I think it might be a great choice. But still fall short. Still. What a bad luck. It's just such a bad luck. Even with Skelly spell, this merge tower still kills my still kick my queen's butt. It just couldn't. It just. I'm not good enough. It wasn't precision. It wasn't surgical enough. I should have my king go like that, not having my king go like this way. It's supposed to tank for my queen. I think this is the major flaws in this whole approach. Now I gotta invest my royal champion. Puts my royal champion in harm's way. The casualty starts to pile up, and I'm thinking, oh, royally, I fucked up royally right now. Now I done fucked up. And my blimp could delay a few minutes longer, few seconds longer, until under the fire range of this air defense. Because at the start of the dragon push, it actually not under a lot of damage. Well, you guess the rest of it. Just falls short. I was doing okay. Then shit falls apart. It's not enough. It's not enough. Not. I know there's expert could do much better than I did, but yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. If my queen takes out, yeah, there's this and that, the aftermath. But yeah, if only I can take out this minion prince, everything will be fine. But I'm telling you, minion prince is a whole new kind of species. It's feces upon feces. And finally, Break of Dawn. I get to bully someone. This type of base I'm more comfortable with. Yeah, if I'm specifically using zap approach. I got couple of oh, here's how I fucked up. I should cut off the path before my king starts to walk in. It was false calculation. Leads up to I was supposed to having my king to trigger and then damage all these area. Okay, now plan B. To solve this puzzle, start to save this attack. Yeah, I sacrificed my royal champion. That was the best solution. I come to think of that. Sorry, royal champion, but you have to go. Sacrifice for the larger cause. Yeah, it's an old base. I got some experience of dealing this type of base, so it comes out fine. I walk away. I get to walk away. Yeah. Then again, the torture. Oh my god, how much I wish to take out this base. It was at this moment I figured out I forgot to place my ice golem. Maybe it was this mistake that caused me this attack. But it just falls short. Along with Siege Machine and Sui, just couldn't take out this area. It's just too much of a workload. Just too much. And the rest of the area is somewhat easier. So I should have less lalo. Maybe cut down on one hound and saving its capacity to invest in the Sui push. Perhaps that's the solution. The launcher falls short. The Sui wanders off. I got a bad feeling that my Sui couldn't do the actual core damage, so my launcher has to go in to the core. But now everything's falls short. God damn. I was about to having 1 star, but the Royal Champion saves my butt. Huge success. It was totally wrecked because of the right execution. A Zap Dragon. So we're looking at 2 multi-inferno at the back end, plus deadly splash damage coming from Town Hall. So I'm steering away from Lalo this time. Gotta say, I'm sorry. It's just couldn't make it. Couldn't do it. Having log launcher to clear out the rest of the core. It was weakening prior. So my log launcher my log launcher should be fine. Doing great work killing off the CC with my yetis. Then comes the dragons. Trying to funnel, tightening the path for my dragon. So there's no air defense. Here's when, so you can look in at this section. If I can trim it down and narrows my, concentrate my dragon towards the town hall, that'll be great. But I was a little late on this top area. So you can look closely, there's only 1 cannon. That's a great condition for my minion. Clearing up the back end. Swag a spell. Just like that. And here's the troll attack. I slipped and fall real hard, placing wrong spell. Here's how it is. I saw the value and I tried to grab it. The second invis. Oh shit. There it goes. End of the attack. Thank you very much. Come again. 123 win streak. It got nothing on us. I'm so proud to be one of the member. One of the founder of this holy clan. We go a long way in this win streak. Still pushing, still gaining, slowly but surely. Now, okay, wish you all have a great experience in this game. It's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Make sure to tune in the next episode. Thank you.